Hey everyone, it's Mikito here. I'm back with a double-digit Q review with my student Romie, also known as J-Will. He plays on OGS. I guess he was facing somebody around his own rank. It looked like a pretty good game when I looked through it, so let's take a look. Yep. Okay. This is okay. It's kind of weird, but at this point, without even like thinking too much, where would black normally want to play? Feel free to pause if you want, but immediately I'd want to play this Atari, right? Romie plays this. I find this really strange. I almost don't know what to say about it. Like, first, as white, I'd play this, and then I'd play this. And so, white's making, like, 5th line territory. Black is building a nice wall, but, at one point, he'd have to come back, right, to use it. And this would be really good for white. And if it goes to this point after, I think, 4 stones, it would be safe to not play again, so then he can try and limit what black's gonna do here. So, I don't know. I don't think this move is that good. I also wonder, I suppose, I think I'd want, yeah, okay, fine. It could go to something like this, but this to me just does not feel too good. Now white's making like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line territory. In black, this stone can still kind of be activated to like cause agi and stuff, right? So I don't know. I don't agree with this move. So there's actually a Joseki with this move called the Lee Chang Ho. It's when white plays the attachment on top and then white plays c5 here. This is the Lee Chang Ho opening. I'm not going to go too much into detail on it, but black can either choose to play A or B. Well, you can see that black is influencing the outside a lot, and so white would have to come back, and then black could play something like this. And now this stone's for the grabs, but look at this, like, you know, black wall, black's 2 stones, like this is a lot of territory. White also gained a big corner, so it's even, but yeah, so this is if you move here for the Lee Chang Ho, and then this is also a variation of the Lee Chang Ho. Let's see. I believe white immediately cuts. Yep, then black has to submit down. White plays up, black has to do it one more time because this move is sente. Because if white moves here, this is really bad, right? And then white will finish by taking this stone. Black pokes his head in, and then white plays here. So white gets this like wall and this like territory facing his 2 stones, and black gets this facing his 1 stone. And I believe that there's no more follow-ups in the materials I watched, but I think this is a good follow-up for black, because now you have like this very dominant wall facing your black stone. So this is also considered even. There's a whole bunch of different variations, but I won't go into it in too much detail. Feel free to look up the Lee Chang Ho opening. It's really cool. I particularly like it a lot. Anyway, so A feels really weird. I don't know what to say about it, Romie. I didn't like it, but you know, it's fine, I guess. Not really. Try and erase this. At least for black, like, I don't know. This Atari is so free. I don't know why you don't take the free Atari. Let's see. At least something like this, right? You get Sente in this wall, right? Something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll move on. We'll move on. Okay, so now Romie's next move is here at C10. I can see why he did it, because it's like building a base for these stones, and like building, you know, like 4 points of territory. But I'm telling you, this first of all, this Atari is free, right? Then you can play this, and if white like plays something over here, you get this move, which seals white in his corner, and now he can't make points here. So white would normally cover his butt, and now you have this nice thick wall here, so you can just like play very large moves, like over here or something. And so now you're building all this territory. Even if you don't take the free Atari here, which I highly advise you do, this is just too over concentrated here. So this is considered like a 3-stone wall here. So if you have a 1 stone, you want to do a 2-space jump. So if it was just these 2 stones, this would be fine. It's a 2-space jump. If you have a 2-stone wall, you'd want to do a 3-space jump. And if you have a 3-space wall, which is this one here, you'd want to do a 4-space jump. That way you're not like over concentrated. But once again, I would want to solidify the wall first, and then I would consider doing that 4-space jump, because now this territory is like pretty good for black, I think. Anyway, that's that'll be my opening fundamental, or you know, a little dip in Joseki. You don't have to master the moves at this time, Romie, but it's good to like realize what the thinking is. So we'll move on. This was really bad for white, and I'm really sad you didn't punish him, because you played here. You're more focused on these small points, and I don't know why exactly. I think you need to try and erase that thought if you can split your opponent, which you totally can. I mean, once again, the free Atari, boom, totally split. Now white will never connect with this group, and he's really weak. Then what is he gonna do? Something like this? You still have a really good attack on him. I might even not even oh, that sounds so weird saying that. I might not play here. I'd probably play something like this to try and hurt his group, and if he comes out this way, then you can like really mess with his territory down here. Right? Something like this. You'd be making an I shape in space and pushing his territory down to 2nd level instead of where it at, which was like at what, 3 levels high, so on 4th line. But anyway, I don't know. So this relationship, you really needed to split it. Even if black doesn't play the Atari, this move like splits these two completely. It's called the shredded Keima, or the shredded Knights move. So slicing through the Knights move is really important. Anyway, you did not, so he fell back, and now he's pretty much safe and connected. And he's building territory by using this Knights move. This was all good. Once again, you have like another wall, a 3-stone wall. So my first 2 moves that I'm looking at here is maybe something like this, because if he pokes through, there's like, you're fine. You could even try and shred the Keima again, right? As long as this ladder doesn't work, which it doesn't. I don't know, then you can play this way. But let's see. You could also do something like this. Now you see you're like building points. I don't know, but I would have definitely played like one of these moves, or I would have tried cutting my opponent once again. Something like that. Because this cut is like really safe for black. He's pretty strong, and white's really weak. Anyway, what did you do? You played over here. This was once again strange. I just felt like this was the more important side of the board right now. Okay. You got the move anyway, which I'm kind of glad. But if you were facing a stronger opponent, white would have just played like something like this. And now you still have to fight to live, and you're losing any points that you could have made here, right? So, anyway. This was good. I was glad how you played here. White messed up. This is really bad, because you can just see that what's black's next move. Everybody in the world knows black's next move. It's here. And look at how strong. Black's strong here, black's strong here. These stones are practically dead. So this is another group that white just allowed you to split. So I'm glad you didn't cower on this one. I'm glad you played through the strong way and split your opponent. One of your biggest principles is if you can split your opponent safely, split your opponent. So let's move on. You did really well here. You ended up capturing everything. So this group's super strong facing this black group, which is facing this. So this was just phenomenal. Okay. I'm wondering if white should have split. Probably not because of this. So now white definitely should have split though. So this is that whole, having your groups apart thing. I think you should have played something like this. And now your group is completely connected, right? Everything's connected and you have a strong wall facing your black stones. By playing this move, you actually gave white the option to do this. And if black tries and splits the white group, then white can just keep coming out. And he's killing these stones while building territory. So yeah, this is definitely the right move. But anyway, we'll move on. What did white do? So this is bad because now black can just come back, which I think you do, right? Boom, you come back. So now you're completely connected. And once again, you're doing the moves just in the wrong order, right? And so if you were facing a stronger opponent, they would have cut you, but whatever. We'll move on. It's fine. Fine. This is really good. This is terrible for white and really good for black. I'm wondering if you should have connected here. Because if you move this way, and if I was playing as white, I would play this first. You'd most likely connect, and then I'd play this. And now black's dead, and white's connected and out. So this was a mistake, but he didn't catch it, and you did. You fixed yourself once you caught it. This is all fine. You're fighting with the advantage, so you're good. And I think this is the last little tidbit here, because throughout the rest of the game you play all the moves you needed to. So white feels wrong. Black feels wrong here, because white can freely just jump here, and no matter what black tries to do to cut white, white can kill him. So he's connected. White can just play here, and he's connected. And so this move is not good. I mean, I see what it's doing, what it's trying to do, which is to seal this off. But you need to play the knight's move here to seal off, because now white can't do anything, right? He's literally stopped. There's nothing he could do. And if white plays here, then you could I might even play another knight's move instead of attaching, just to make sure, because you're already winning, so like, why even fool around, right? But anyway, we'll go back to the game. White submitted happily to you. I think you should have played strong here. And so now if white does this, now he's completely cut. Same thing, right? So this Hane didn't feel right at this moment. White actually did get the move, which worked out super good for him. You had to like submit hardcore. You just lost like, you know, 10 to 15 points. Then white just easily takes this. So this cross-cut's really bad, I think. Because you know where white's gonna move, right? He's gonna move here. And then this Atari's gonna make him connect. So like you literally forced him to kill you, right? And that's not good. And white's poking into all your territory now. But other than that, everything was played well. You already were winning by a lot, so it didn't matter. But it's still, I mean, if you can play good, solid moves, I would. Let's see. Yeah, throughout the rest of the game, you just played very well. You made sure he couldn't live in your territory. So good job. The highlights of the game, you can check out the Lee Chang Ho Joseki if you want to. Even if you don't, I guess a good fundamental principle is if you can strengthen yourself by Ataring your opponent this early in the game, I would. I guess you're not supposed to take every Atari. That's completely true, but at least in this case, it was a definite you should have took it. So let's see. When you have strong stones, these aren't that particularly strong, but when you do have strong stones, you want to play further away. You don't want to play so close. This is too close. You should have Atari'd, strengthened yourself, and then played far away to make more points. A good principle is if you can separate your opponent safely, then you should. Just 100%. Separate your opponent if you can safely. So this move needed to be played to give that, what I've heard from a teacher before was that Romeo-Juliet split. This is Romeo and Juliet and they are split apart. Okay. Once again, that wall principle, you have a wall, you might as well like take the points. But okay. This was really good. I was very, very happy that you got all this. And here's that Romeo-Juliet split again, where if white just played correctly, white could have split here, right? So you want to keep your stones connected safely as much as possible. My teacher actually says that's fundamental number 1. Like, keep your stones connected. Alright. I think that's like the most important stuff. So good job, Romie. Good job on your game. You played very well. I couldn't criticize too much on it. So good job. I hope that helped everybody, including you, Romie. So take it easy, everyone.